2016 Toyota Camry LE. I'm doing the front bumper. This could be done for 2015 and 2017 as well. This one's all messed up. Basically just switching over a lot of these trim parts to the new bumper when you get this one off. Got my new one over there. It's painted already. I had to send it out to get painted. So first thing you want to do is come to this side piece. This is probably the most annoying part, is getting these little two side clips off. So this one, it's supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to unscrew the center part with the screwdriver, and then you could just kind of pop it out after you get it kind of out. But it usually just spins in there and never comes out. So what I do is I just try to get something in the middle to pop it out. And this one, you're supposed to just turn it horizontally. I mean, it's supposed to be horizontal in the lock position, and then you'll turn it straight, and then you should be able to pop it out if you get a small enough flathead or something to kind of pull this out. If it's not coming out, then maybe you rotate it and then see, but it's supposed to be either up or sideways to be locked in place. Then I just grab the bumper, kind of wiggle it and pull it out of the side bracket. Once it's out the side bracket, we'll do the bottom parts. Just go ahead and do it, everything I showed you on the other side as well. Now we got to get this top piece off, this top panel. These clips, you just push the center of them in, and then they'll become loose, and then you could just kind of pop them up like this, just like that. Do all of them. I think there's like 12 or something. I'm sorry guys, I didn't count. Maybe there's 10. I'm not sure, but once you get all those clips out, save them, and we'll put this to the side. If you break a bunch of them, don't beat yourself up because they break real easy. We're gonna set this little panel to the side. Now we got a couple of things right here. Couple bolts. I'll show you what's up. So this spot, this is actually like a hood cushion stopper or whatever, but if you get a little flathead in the middle of this and pop it up, you could just pull it right out. These are going to need to come out. So there's a little spot you could slide something in, and then you just pop the top of it up, and then you can pull the whole thing out. Try not to break those. And then this one in the middle right here, same thing. There'll be like a little spot you can get your flathead in there and just pop the center part up, and then just pull this whole thing out. Try not to break any of these clips, save them all, and because we're going to reuse them unless you buy new ones. And then there's a 10mm right here, and then there's a 10mm over here on the opposite side as well. They're kind of like little hidden 10mm. 10mm bolts, just go ahead and get these out right here. Alright, so we got the 10mm out, got this one out, and go ahead and set these to the side. Now this shoe's starting to be getting a little tiny bit loose. So what we got to do is, also I take this license plate frame out. Sometimes these screws will be, they go into a spot that holds it on. So I'm going to go and get these out. These are a 10mm. These will be easy to put back in when you do your new bumper. So it's not a big deal. Go ahead and get these 10mm out. Right here and right here. And then the last one. Alright, get that off, and this will just pull right off like that. Alright, now let's set this to the side. Now I'm on a lift, so I can get underneath this pretty easily, but you guys are going to need to go underneath one way or another. So this will usually have a splash shield, which I'll show you in part 2 of the video. This one had it just totally removed, but you'll have to undo these 10mm screws that are going to be holding the splash shield on. They go like all along here. You can go to part 2 if you want to see the splash shield I'm talking about, because I installed a new one. But basically you just want to get the bottom parts of this off. We're going to get this one out right here, this screw, 10mm screw, get that out because that's attached to the fender well. Do that on both sides. And then we got our I don't know if this is a fog light or like a blinker, I forget, but you squeeze this little button right here and then you pull this off. The buttons like right here, they could be stubborn sometimes, so don't go crazy, just be patient. Squeeze the button release, and then you just pull it straight backwards. You could also turn this to unlock the whole light socket. Anyways, once everything's off, you should be able to pull this off. Just gently wiggle it, pull it off, remove it, and set it to the side. So now here's my new one. Like I showed you earlier, this is a Toyota one, but I had it sent out to get painted. I'm gonna link them on Amazon, but they probably won't come painted. But here's my part number right here. Check the description and the comments for part numbers and like links to everything. And again, this is a 2016 Camry LE, and this procedure is for the 2015 to 2017s. So next we want to switch everything over. So we'll start with this. This is the easiest. Just take these 2 screws out, and then we'll move it and put it to there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then the center grill has to be taken off as well. So the center grill has these clips where you got to push up that center tab. It's like a locking tab. You push it up, and then you push the whole tab outwards. And then it has some screws that go along the side here. Tabs everywhere. You're gonna kind of have to just be on your own on this part. Not this part here. I'll show you. Just take a screw out. It's pretty simple. And take the other screw out like that. Save these. Careful, they will disappear on you like a dad if you drop them. So get these out. Pull this straight back. Wiggle it. Wiggling is your friend in this whole job. And then we'll just push this over, or we'll come over here and attach it. You only really get 1 or 2 tries with these screws and all these little plastic nubs. So if you miss or you go in crooked or something, you might have a big problem on your hand. So make sure you're patient and you line everything up correctly with these little plastic screws and everything. Alright, see, as I'm talking about, those little plastic pillars that the screw goes into. Make sure it's good. I'm going to go ahead and do this side off camera. I'm going to do a little camera trick. Boom, it's on. Okay, so now we got to do the center grill. Now again, guys, you're going to have to be on your own a little bit. There are screws to take off. These 2 come off. I know that. You don't need to take every single one of them off along like the very top, because that just holds like the top piece of grill together. But I know these 2 have to come out. These little tabs on the side, all these have to be pushed out. So what you do is you push down the center part, and then you push the whole thing out. It's kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. You'll have to just go and do them all and push them all out, and then this thing will eventually become loose, and then you could take it and remove it like that. That's what you got to do with all these. Yeah, push these out. Alright, I think that's enough of a tutorial on how to get the tabs out. This one comes out, this one comes out, the screws, and then there's 2 screws in the center on the bottom right here. So again, these tabs go all along the bottom. You got to figure out which ones to pull out. Alright, and then once you get enough of these tabs loose, you can kind of push this forward and it'll come off. And then same with the top piece. I always try to get the top piece off first because I feel like it's the easiest. Just go along. The top piece, you have to push these horizontal tabs out, and then it has these vertical tabs too that you got to push up. If you're getting any resistance, just check for screws. Sometimes they're like hidden, you know, like right there. Get that screw out. Get this screw out. I apologize for not having this part down to an exact science, but it's just like there's so many tabs and so many screws, you're just gonna have to get in there yourself and get them all out. And push it forward. Push the grill forward, and then this top grill piece, it can kind of come up and off. Like this. It kind of wants you take these 2 screws out right here. I think I mentioned that before. But the like you have to get the bottom grill partially loose to get the top grill part off. So get the bottom part loose, then you can get this guy out. Set this guy to the side. Alright, so I got this set to the side. And then I was able to work on this center one. Got this finally loose and out. See all those little things you gotta undo, and then put them on your new bumper. So we'll take this. I put this part on first, and make sure all these tabs line up when you put them in. It's easy to like get 2 in a row, and then one of them's out. And just be patient, man, and get them all in. Don't skip any. If you got a bunch of them in and then you realize one's not in, then go back and make sure you get that one in, or else your bumper's going to look weird. The center grill's not going to be lined up. So make sure that's good. This top piece comes in. Just kind of drops in. I should mention that the center grill, maybe you should leave the top part end of it a little loose so you can get this other piece, this grill in, and then lock it all into place. Get your screws in everywhere. All the screws that you took out, make sure you get them in on your new bumper. And it should look something like this when you're done. Okay. And you know, it should start looking like a real bumper again. So check out part 2 for some more information. Remember, don't lose these screws. You're gonna have to get them all in. And then in part 2, I'm going to show you the splash shield that I mentioned earlier in the video. So we'll go ahead and after you get everything, your holes should line up for these screws, and then all you got to do is just tighten them down. Yeah, get these tight. Get these tight. Now, if you lose these, like, it's not the end of the world. Just try to find like a substitute that's not like too long or anything. Go ahead and screw these in place. Alright. I feel like it's a little monotonous showing you guys all these, but like, I don't know, I just feel like seeing the locations is like a bit of a help for somebody. Now on the bottom of your new bumper, these holes are going to be empty. You need to switch over your tabs from your other one. Alright, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These little clips, you squeeze them with some needle nose and push them down, and then they'll pop out, and then you put these in your new bumper. Now, you're going to need these to put your splash shield on in the front, the gravel guard. You could buy these by themselves. I will attempt to put a link to these in the description, because these are always missing on bumpers for some reason. But if worst case scenario, you can just do some zip tie magic if you really need to. But alright guys, so that's it. I'm going to clean up these headlights before I put my bumper back on. So check out part 2. I'm going to just keep it how it is, but we're going to be finishing it up. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in video 2. Hey, what's up guys? I want to tell you about this new soap I've been using by a new company called Quantum Soap. It's a men's soap company. They make multiple different bars of soap with their own ingredients and fragrance. They even have a dark matter bar, which is more grittier. If you're a mechanic, you have a lot of dirt and oil in your skin a lot. You can reach them at quantumsoapco.com. Free shipping on orders over $50. These soaps are made in the US with all natural ingredients by hand. No synthetic this, synthetic that. They've been great. They've hooked us up with a Guillermo Auto promo code. So if you head over to the website, type in Guillermo Auto in the checkout, you'll get 10% off. Again, these guys are on Facebook, Instagram. Check them out. Check the links below. Thanks for watching.
You're pretty good.